Janani Bharadante Ram Krishnam Jagadguru Padapatne Tayo Shritva Pranamami Murmur Namaste Yatirajaya Vivekananda Sudhaye Satchit Sukha Swarupaya Swami Papare Sthapakaya Dharmasya Sarva Dharma Swarupine Avatar Varishtaya Ram Krishnaya Te Namaha. Good morning, and thank you all for coming. So, all of you know, I think almost all of you know our dear Swami Sarvadevananda ji. He said not to give a long introduction, so I'll give a short introduction. He's the head of the Southern California Vedanta Society, and which includes many centers all over America. And he's also the spiritual head and head of the Atlantic Vedanta Society, which is a private center. So his other name is the Emperor of North America. So he's going to give a talk on Mantra Diksha today, and we're very, very fortunate. So everyone, we'll also have a very lively question and answer session at 12 o'clock. So just if anyone has any questions, just write them down, and we'll get to them then. So without further ado,
Nice to see you all, and good morning. And it is joy to see many of our old timers also. So, we are 2 days we have talked about the same point. We would like to reiterate. We are here for one purpose, all of us, the purpose to fulfill the purpose of life. What is the purpose of life? God realization. And God realization should be, there is a science, there is a process how to move in such a way that we get into the path of God realization, and we can feel the presence of the divine in every movement of our life. And for that, we need 3 things. One, we need the goal where we want to reach. Second point, we need a teacher who will guide me. And there is a mantra. So Guru, Ishta, and mantra. These are the 3 things which are essential in the journey of spirituality. So therefore, we have talked about the necessity of a teacher, and the teacher's necessity we all understand. For learning anything in the world, we need a teacher. And to know God, who is not palpably visible by our this gross eyes to the ears. So we need to make a journey in the subtle world of divine world. We need a direction, and that direction should come from a person who can guide us. And there are many ways of moving into that direction, but we need a teacher who, quality of the teacher is important, who will be a teacher. Quality of a student is also necessary, who is a prerequisite of the student to be a student. And also, Guru should impart some mantra, which will be a power to drive away the ignorance which we are in. So, Swami Vivekananda also mentioned that there should be one lineage of Guru, teacher. A tradition should be. The spiritual training should come from a tradition. What is the meaning of the tradition? Tradition gives us the validity that many people have followed that path in the past, and they have been successful, and they have proven themselves to be the right person, right person, that if you follow that path, it is then you can reach the same goal, destination. So Guru is not a person, it is not Guru the Shakti, the Guru Shakti. Guru the God's power, which is a redeeming power, which comes through a channel. Those channels are called our gurus. Our earthly gurus are the appearances of that through which the pure power of redemption comes in our life. We see like the rainwater comes on the roof of the house, and the water spouts are different faces of the spouts are found. So one may be lion, one may be tiger, one may be different. So the guru's faces may be different, but what they carry inside the current, that pure water of the sky. So the purity which can drive away all ignorance, that power comes to us through that channel. So Guru Murti, actually real Guru is Ramakrishna said, Satchidananda is the Guru. The Sat, the absolute consciousness and bliss, that's why I call Guru and Ishta are one. So people get mixed up with this idea, Guru is a man. My Guru is a person, your Guru is another person. So person to person, then personality cult comes, and that type of confusion creates the world. But who is better? Of course, my Guru will be the best, and there comes the conflict, no? But you have to understand, Guru is the one Guru, it is Satchidananda Guru. Our Guru is the Ishvara, the Lord, who creates this universe. He is the redeeming power who takes back. So that's why Guru is that. And Ishta we have discussed yesterday. Ishta is Satchidananda is the goal of life. Knowing who we are, our divine nature, that is the goal. And that goal is differently. We start our spiritual journey through worship of gods and goddesses and avatars, meditating on avatars. Guru gives the mantra of avatara mantra, Shakti mantra, Kali mantra, Shiva mantra. All these mantras are given, and that form of the divine is given. You meditate on this form and repeat this mantra. So these forms are also all representing that Satchidananda. Satchidananda is the ultimate goal. That's why we discussed about the Ishta. Ishta means what is our chosen ideal. Yesterday we discussed about that. Ishta is means Ishtatu, what I wish, I desire. And I wish to love God in this form, see God in this form. And that appeals to my mind. But actually, all the Ishta or chosen ideal is ultimately melts into that oneness of Satchidananda, ocean of consciousness and bliss. So, Ishta we have discussed. Ishta is Brahman. Vedantic concept of ultimate goal is Satchidananda Brahman, which has no beginning, no end. It is beyond time, beyond space, beyond causation, beyond all duality. And the whole world is permeated with that consciousness. That's the absolute goal of our life, and that is the Ishta. One step come down, then it becomes God. That Satchidananda with Maya takes the form of Ishvara. And that Ishvara is what? In Judeo-Christian idea we call God, G-O-D. What is that God? God is Nirakara, has no form, but the quality of redemption, uplifting, taking away our sins, giving us peace and eternal joy. That power who contains, who creates this universe, that is the Ishvara. Few people can start their meditation in that level. One can meditate in the absolute Satchidananda. I am nothing. I am not this, not this, not this, not this. I am that Shivoham, Shivoham. Chidananda Rupa, Shivoham. Shiva, not Shiva the dancing Shiva. But that Shiva which is Chidananda Rupa, which is of the consciousness and bliss. So, or you can come down another step down when he becomes Shiva. The gods and goddesses form Shiva, Kali, Durga, Ganesha, Lakshmi. These are all, again, that absolute coming down to us another level in a divine form, in a sweet form, in a loving form, whom we can meditate more concretely. Satchidananda Shiva is the transcendental Shiva. If someone may be very fascinated with that idea, that may be their Ishta. Absolutely non-dual Vedantist will day and night think, I am that Shiva. Mano buddhi chitta ahankara ninaham, nacha srotra jive, nacha ghrana netre, like that. Na bhoma, na bhumi, na tejo, na vayu, chid ananda rupa, that Shivoham, Shivoham. And all auspiciousness, and that is me, that is my real nature. No? So one can meditate on that, Ishta. Now, but that is the goal of all other journey. Then now, coming down one step down when he becomes Ishvara, that can be also considered that Satchidananda is nameless, formless, everywhere, but with the quality. What the quality? Quality of redemption is there. That's why every person in Islam or in Christianity, prayer, 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 prayer. Why do you pray? They don't keep any photo, but they pray. Pray to whom? To Allah. Who is Allah? Where is his ears? How he listens to us? Is a man sitting somewhere or he is everywhere? So it is Ishvara everywhere, but he has the quality of listening to our prayers and answering our prayers and protecting us and guarding us and leading us to the path of liberation. So these are the idea, and then comes God with form, with name and form. So here is one seat, someone who is there. One seat is there going. What the children will do.
There are cushions over there in the corner too. There are cushions. People can sit on the ground. It's fine. I can sit in the corner. You want a cushion? I think I'm good. Thank you.
Egész úr pálya busztas úr. Elbászkos. Igen. Too much easier on the nose space.
It's called a problem to have, not the have-nots.
Not a problem.
It is not a problem. Next concept is that it is we worship gods and goddesses, but gods and goddesses are coming from one Ishvara. He is a democratic, as I always say, it is a democratic government. So Ishvara, President of the United States, gives his power to the finance department, to the education department, to the agricultural department, this department. So similarly, God, we can worship God in different ways. Ma Lakshmi, Ma Saraswati, one giving wisdom, another giving financial wealth and prosperity, success, and all these are different aspects. And people can start from that, making them their ideal, meditating on them, going through the Shakti, the power which is coming from Ishvara. Then comes the concept of avatars, when God Himself descends. God Himself descends in the form of Rama, Krishna, Christ, Buddha, Rama, Krishna, like that. So people can start, and also people can start to the saints. The saints' power of they by meditation, they have identified their power with the God, and they reflect the characteristic, the power of God's purity, God's love, God's innocence, all this manifest to them. So this is the way people, and also gurus, some people worship guru, but these are the different channels, but all leading to the one end of going to this channel to the Ishvara and reaching that Satchidananda self. So now today's discussion is this. That's why today's discussion is that I am a seeker of truth, so I will go to a teacher. And what are the requisites of the student? Student requisites, he should be really seeking truth. And he will be already pure in character. That means he is honest, he is sincere, he is truthful, he does not do harm to others. All these characteristics. Sama, Dhamma, Titiksha, Upurati, Shraddha, Samadhana. All these characteristics are to be the inherent quality. And then going to a guru, then he will ask, who do you need it or your intellectual satisfaction? One thing is the intellectual satisfaction, another is you need it. So those who need God, then they will go to a teacher and ask for their grace and compassion and say that, oh Lord, please, oh Master, please help me. He said, I am yearning for this realization because I am tired with the things of the objects of the world. It does not satisfy in me anymore. I don't find joy. It is a temporary joy followed by so much suffering. I am not happy with it. Show me the path where I will get the eternal joy, absolute joy, unchanging joy. That's why he approaches the teacher. And teacher then will be very kind enough, and according to Viveka Chudamani, he will give him the Tattva Upadesha, the ultimate truth. But what he gave, in every tradition, the gurus give us some mantra. Vedanta mantra may be Aham Brahmasmi. But that should also, reading book, Aham Brahmasmi will not do. You have to go to a teacher. Ramakrishna, he is the avatar himself, but still, to teach this principle, the necessity of a guru, Totapuri came to him. He didn't rant for Totapuri, but Totapuri came to him. But Totapuri said, you are a good candidate, I will teach you Vedanta. And then what he taught? He taught the same mantra, Aham Brahmasmi. And when it is said, and his mind clicked immediately, that's a different thing. But that is the mantra. It should come from a Totapuri who is following the lineage of Puri Sampradaya, started by Shankara out of the 10 divisions of monastic principle, that one Puri, Bharati, Saraswati, Nodi, Bon, Parbat, all different categories, and Puri tradition, Totapuri, and he got that. That's why we are all, our name ends, we don't write it, we say Chida, Chidekananda, Puri. Last name will be Puri. Sarvadevananda Puri, Sarvapriyananda Puri. That means it's tradition coming from Totapuri. Totapuri came from the tradition of Shankara's 10 division. So it is a lineage coming from that route. So that is the, and then going to that teacher and they will get this mantra. Now today's discussion is mantra. Mantra are mere words, is it not? Mantra are words. Aham Brahmasmi. They are words. Aham Brahma Asmi. 3 words. All permutation and combination of the alphabets. So the Guru gives the mantra. But mantra are words. Then what is the meaning of word? What word? What word has the power? It's called not the mantra, or not words, mere words, but it's a power. It has a tremendous energy in it, potent. It can unravel the mystery of the world. It can fill, it can give us the illumination to go beyond all bondage and suffering. It can remove all Maya's bond. What is that? How that sound has so much power? You know, sound has a power. Sound has two things. If I utter a one sound, it has its object in reality. No? If I say a cat, what is happening in all of our mind? A cat is the word. Immediately, my mind is referring to an animal who has four legs and the face is like that and nail is like that. Some image is coming in our mind. But it's not a sound. Sound has this significance. Sound immediately sound is creating some referring to some exact object in the outside world. A glass, a bowl, sun, moon, anything I utter, you immediately your mind will be going to a pointed towards an object which has a reality. So similarly, the mantra when Guru gives, that has a reality. It is indicated by that sound. And then, why are you saying it is Shakti? Shakti is a power. It has potential power. Any word used for a specific meaning for a long time, it generates its power. Is it not? Suppose a word, you are an idiot. Idiot is a word, alphabet, I-D-I-O-T. Why we get mad? If someone tells me you are an idiot, what is that? You should, because it is idiot is not the only letters or a combination of, it is not a word. It has been named, idiot means something which I don't like it. Someone says, oh sweetie. Ah, see, this word, it suits our heart, no? So why? Because this word has been used repeatedly for one purpose, one purpose, one purpose. And if we don't know its meaning, then it will not affect us. Suppose someone is giving you, scolding you in French, and I have never learned anything of French. Will it affect me? It will not. But when you understand the meaning, then praise is praise and blame is blame. Your reaction will come. You can come with a fist in hand to kill him, or you can embrace him with love. No? So sound, sabda, has a power behind it. Sabda Shakti. That's why it is sabda. Sound-wise, every sound has a corresponding meaning as also its impact. The gang people, they create new language every time. No? And they know why they are using the word and they have the actions and reactions. But we do not know. If they tell me, I'll think that he is telling something good to me. But you understand the purpose, meaning and purpose. So every sound has a meaning, has a purpose. And every sound has a power generated if you repeat it again and again and again and again and again. So mantra, which we get from the Guru by his grace, by God's grace, when it comes to us, it carries that power, potential power. But at the very beginning, as I said, I heard that slang word used by a gangman to me. I will not be reacting because I don't know the meaning. But when I know the meaning and he repeats it, my anger grows gradually. And I cannot tolerate that, no? By word, what has such a power? Two friends for so many years, one word can make them separate to forever in their life. That is Sabda Shakti. Power of words are so dominant in our life. So this mantra also has a tremendous power because it has been repeated hundreds and thousands and millions and billions and trillions of times, and it has generated its potential power. That's why it is said, Sri Ramakrishna said, when you take the name of Rama once, and your body feels thrill of joy all over, then you know that you have the sun is rising. Your experience of darshan, vision is coming near, is close to the rising of the sun. Meaning that when that word resonates in your heart, it resonates in our heart in such a degree that it thrills all the chords of my life, no? All my mind, body, everything will be resonating in that consciousness. That is the power inherent in the mantra. That's why it's called mantra, not words. Don't take it loosely. The mantra, because suppose Om has been, is going, it is repeating, this word is repeated again and again. How many times? From time immemorial. Even when there is no avatar worship or anything, Omkara worship was there. Mandukya Karika talks about the Mandukya Upanishad talks about the Om, Om, and its meaning, no? And entire Upanishad is dedicated, and its Karika is also dedicated for that purpose, to understand the deeper meaning of Om. And that's why Om is so powerful. But we chant Om. Om. What happened to us? Anything happened? Any one of you? No? Happened? So it happens maybe to the degree as you have understood its meaning and you meditate on that meaning and your understanding goes. No? Om, one word Om. Oh, what is Om? Om. That's why our Patanjali says, Tasya Bhashaka Pranamaha. Brahman, the absolute, we do not know what is, how to express that. Tasya Bhashaka is expressing word is Om. Tasya Bhashaka Pranamaha. And what is Pranava? Pranava is O, U, Ma, and Bindu. A, U, M, and dot. Om. Amra say Om. Om is quick, but it should be O, U will be palate, and Ma, and then vibration. Om. That's Bindu. But it's a deep significance. If you understand Om, you need not have to do any other sadhana. Om is enough. What is Om? Om is A is the physical universe, gross universe as you see. We see the earth, the planets, the sun, moon, solar system, galaxies, and all diverse world of existence, physical existence, which can be seen through telescope and microscope or some other instruments. Subatomic particle to the grossest object or thing, cover all expansive. This how Brahman, Om is Brahman. What is Brahman? Brihattama, the greatest, grandest, the highest. Highest means how big is it? Brihattat, Brinhattat, Brahman. It is greatest, it is all expansive, and it is all pervasive. So how it's all pervasive? Not only the earth, it permeates the whole earth. Think that whole earth, you cannot think of that. Now you think add with all the planets, add with it another solar sun and the solar system whole, go galaxies and go as much as you can, all the gross objects science has found or not yet found. Go to the sky, look at the stars, add all together. Plus add the space between them. U is the space between them. Akaro, Ukaro, Makaro. Makaro is that beyond that all the imaginary world. For us, imagination or experiential world of the sages, different levels of heaven. Hindus believe 7 heavens, 7 hells. Christian believe one heaven, one hell. Yeah? That is bad hell or good hell, I do not know. But Hindus have 7 hells. You did much worse, you go to the lowest hell. You did a little better, you be in another hell. And another jail, another jail. You did little good, you go to the 1-star hotel. And then you go to 2-star hotel, 5-star hotel, 7-star hotel. So these are all. Think of that world of heavens and hells, no? Add to that. Now you understand. Just mentally imagine. Where are we going now? Thinking of the A, all, is this all the gross manifested universe? And interspace between each planet, each star, is the space in between. Plus more is that which is this all the mental world of creation. And then which cannot be expressed. Beyond that, just an example, it is like the ocean. Think of the ocean water. Think of all the ripples, all the bubbles, all the huge waves and tornadoes and everything. All this, add all the water, add them the space between them, add the subtler space between them, and add continuum which you cannot be expressed. That is called Om. Do you understand what is called Brahman? That is Brahman. That's why it is beginningless, that's why it is endless. You cannot fathom it. Mind cannot measure that. Mano buddhi chitta ahankarani naham. Mind cannot, I am that I, that big Brahman, which is not body. Mano, buddhi, neither body, neither mind, neither my intellect, neither my ego, can fathom that. That is the truth. And that Om is chanted again and again. That's why the Subhacha, the Pranava is called the Pranava. Pranava is the Bhatman. And it says that if you repeat this mantra again and again, it reveals its potential power to us. Understanding. That's why we chant only word Om, but we never think what Om means. So, if this is repeated, learn from the teacher the deep significance of the sound and its inner meaning of it, and feeling that intense identifying with that, one can get released from bondage. So whatever mantra is, I am talking about Om Vedantic mantra. Now you can go to Shakti mantra, Shakti. Normally we worship gods and goddesses and everything, avatara, they all fall in under the category of Shakti. Because absolute became many. To become many, you need some power. Calm motion, now turbulent. The potential, the power which was inside, it swells up. So the power within is a musician. Musician is sitting quietly. We do not know he is musician, but we know the person. But when music comes out, we call him musician. The same Brahman, when his music comes out, music of creation, sustenance, maintenance, we call him God. And God becomes different, takes different forms to suit the nature of different children of his, who can choose their own way and make a good connection with that type of divine entity. So these are all that's why so many mantras are there. But in our mantra, you will find that there are 3 parts in our mantra. Normally, our gurus give. First part is Om. That means that's the ultimate goal. By practice of our mantra, the mantra Shakti, the power, potential power, will manifest gradually in the heart. And this expansion will occur in his mind. O, U, Ma, that expansion will automatically happen. That is the Omkar, the absolute Brahman. So in our meditation, we can meditate on the absolute Brahman. It's not contradictory. And the central part is called the Bija mantras. And that Bija mantra, what is the Bija mantra? Seed mantra. Seed is like insignificant, no? If you find a grain, take a, it's smaller than the mustard seed, no? Many trees are with the little seeds are so small, but you put it, nurture it with water, with air and with sun, removing the weeds from it. And when it sprouts, it becomes sprout and then becomes a small plant, and then it grows, and it becomes a gigantic tree. So similarly, this mantra, the Bija mantra, the Bija means seed. The seed sprouts gradually. How? If one nurtures that mantra with love, with care, with devotion, and understand its meaning, that it is indicating it is the Shakti of Brahman. Otherwise, how the absolute can become many? That's why Vedanta says it is only to the Maya Shakti. Well, Maya Shakti, and the mother worshippers or others will say it is Divine Mother. It's called Maya, others says Mahamaya, Great Mother, Loving Mother, Divine Mother. So, two ways of expressing the same reality. Vedanta says Maya. Maya means na, ya, ma. It is not there, but you see it. It's all Brahman. You are seeing like name and form. There are nowadays, what is that eyeglass? You put it in your, in our SLMO retreat. What is that glass?
Virtual reality.
Huh?
VR glass.
VR. So VR glass you put. Oh my, you see that you put it there. And you see that you are in the middle of the ocean. And this waves are splashing on your head. And you may be drowned into it and you may feel the water in your whole body. This is virtual reality, no? Are they real? But it is all seen. Vedanta says, I cannot deny that I am seeing it, but because you are seeing, is it true? No, it is only a created something. Apparently created, but it is not there. It appears, but it is not true. You are sitting in your chair, and somebody has put the eyeglass on your head, no? And then like this glass, you put it, and you see that huge storm in the wave, in the ocean, and maybe a ship is being wrecked, and all these things, and you are in the middle of that. So I am in the middle of this creation. I see everything as real. Vedanta says you are all imagining it is not there. So it is called the Maya. That's why it is called. It is there and in appearance, but in non-reality. That is Vedantic perspective. Other perspective, why it should be Maya? Ramakrishna said, why it should be Maya? It is the Lord playing in this way. Leela, divine sport. No? The same wave, ocean wave, is so many ripples and foams and waves, and it's a play going on. And it's all water, it is all ocean, it is all Satchidananda, God playing. Khelati Bhagavan Brahmande. In the Brahmanda, Bhagavan is playing. It's a Leela. That's why it is another aspect of seeing that it is. So Bhaktas say it is Brahman through this power of this Maya or Mahamaya Shakti power comes the creation. Creator God comes and then creation comes from him. And I am in the creation now to go back through the Creator God into that Shakti where divided so many, one split into so many, and then go back into the source of oneness of absolute Satchidananda. So it is like a going back to our home. This mantra takes us slowly into that reality. That's why this is mantra. Its objective should be mantra, not only chanting the mantra, but mantra should be also used tad japa, tad artha bhavanam. Just repeating the mantra will not do work much. If you say ice cream, ice cream, ice cream, ice cream, that will not do, you will not feel the taste of ice cream. No? So ice cream, ice cream, ice cream, and also you have to visualize that. Understand what is the corresponding object of it. That means the mantra, dot artho, what is the meaning of this mantra? Is it mere sound? No. There is a corresponding object of it, and that is Brahman. Maybe for me it is Rama. Maybe for me it is Ramakrishna. Maybe for me it is Shiva. Okay, start from there. And then think, but who is this Shiva? Who is this Rama? Who is this Krishna? Go back. And then go back to the source. You see, it is all Satchidananda. And Rama, Rama. Who is Rama? Shuddha Brahma Paratpara Ram. Shuddha Brahma Paratpara. Very first line. Brahman, Brahma is nothing other than Shuddha Brahma, pure Brahman, absolute consciousness, absolute blessedness, absolute Ananda, blissfulness, Satchidananda, Shuddha Brahma, Paratpara. Kalatmaka, when he comes in the limit of time, Dasaratha, Kalatmaka Dasaratha, Ram. See, his father born in time and became like that. So the absolute coming into the relative. So when we repeat our mantra, we should also think the meaning of the mantra. And repeating without thinking will also lead us to the goal, but we will not enjoy the journey. If you repeat the mantra only, yes, with the deep repetition and thousands of repetition, mind becomes cooled down, and then mind will find a taste of the reality. But if you understand its meaning, then it will be more enjoyable. I give the example. Suppose, this is the hot summer. Two friends are walking side by side, and one friend is just moving. He has no intention seeing nice pool. One friend thought it will be nice if I can have a little swimming in the cool water. I will be very happy. And he wanted to jump into, but not telling his friend, he pushed his friend also into the water, and he also fell down in the water. Now, the friend who did it, thinking it is hot summer, I will get my body cool, I will be enjoying that. He enjoys the swimming. But the friend who does not know anything and was not intended to be getting cool his body in that way, but pushed into the same situation, both are drowned in water. One is angry, one is happy. So the mantra, if it is given to us, and we do, okay, Guru has told me I have to do 108. 108 I did, then Baba, I have no time. that will not do. That is said, Satkara Sevita Dridhabhumi. Satu. This mantra is to be practiced. Satu Nairantarja. Nairantarjana. Satkara Sevita Dridhabhumi. Satu, that practice, that mantra. Satu, it is to be practiced. Satkara Sevita with love, with affection. I like it. It will redeem me from my bondage. God's name is so pure. It will clean all the dust and dirt of the mind, which is obstructing me from my eternal home all the time. No, with this feeling, with this love, Satkara Sevita, and Dirghakala. This is to be practiced. I did it morning time, and I'll do in the evening time. I don't get any time, and yes, that progress will be there like that. But so to Dirghakala, this practice should be done. Dirghakala means no time. 1 year, some people ask the question, Acha, when shall I realize God? It is 1 year, or 2 years, or 5 years. So what will be the response? The response is, we cannot say anything. It depends on what you are, how intensely you are practicing, how lovingly you are practicing, how sincerely you are connecting yourself in that reality. So to Dirghakala, that's why Patanjali Rishi says this practice should be done dirgha kala, long stretch of time. No time period, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 5 year, no. And also 1 year, 2 year, 3 year means what? How many moments we actually do this? And we have so many duties to do. Mantra japa is how many minutes we can do. And even with the artha bhavana, thinking about the meaning. So, dirghakala noirantarjena. Next condition Patanjali gives, you have to not do in the morning and in the evening, or in the noon time, 3 times or 5 times. No. Noirantarjena means nirantar, nirantar. There should not be gap. This moment, next moment, one moment, mantra, another moment, the mantra, another moment, the mantra. That means continuously it is to be done. Satu dirgha kala nairantarjena satkara sevita. Satkara means with love, with affection. This is I love it. And as one finds the favorite thing, say I love some candy. And if someone brings the candy, sees candy or something, oh I love it. Then I relish it taking, no? So mantra should be relished. That example I give you one. Swami Virojananda, he was our sixth president. Sixth president of our order, Swami Vivekananda's disciple, actually sannyas, and Swami Holy Mother's disciple. And he was so much absorbed in mantra japa that his constant, he was absorbed in that. So one day, when after initiation, some people want to have some rosary. So Maharaj used to give some mantra and along with some mala, rosary. And they brought it. Swami's health was so bad, and so to just bless it, so that it will be given to the devotees. But getting those mala, he got so cheerful, he kept all of them and started doing the mala, each mala. And it done in such a way, he's totally absorbed in this prayer. Swami Shraddhananda said, who was in Sacramento, he was the head of the Sacramento Center. Swami said, and he was his private secretary. So he wanted to bring that, but he's not giving. He's doing his japa. And the time passed away, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours is going on. His lunch time is over. And his health is so delicate. Doctors have prescribed definite routine to follow. But no one can take away that mala. And he's so absorbed. And that Shraddhananda Swami used to say that he did not meditate, but meditate is to meditate upon him. The mantra and think of the meaning. When you really think of the meaning and the mantra, you get so deeply connected with it that whole world drops away. That's why ultimately Patanjali says, Tatro Arthamatra Nirvasa Samadhi. Arthamatra Nirvasa state. A state comes after practicing this type of mantra japa, repeating this mantra. The arthamatra only remain the artha. The meaning will remain. Mantra will drop. Now, you talk about ice cream, ice cream, ice cream. When you get the ice cream, do you talk about ice cream or do you eat only? You get your hand, ice cream, and when you are ice cream, before coming, you can in the dining table, you can say, oh, is there any ice cream? It would have been good, this flavor, that flavor. You are talking about all those. I like this, I don't like this, all this. But when the ice cream comes in your hand, then what do? You talk about ice cream anymore. Ice cream what drops away. Ice cream itself you enjoy. So similarly, when mantra japa starts, japa is practice, continues. But when really one enters close to the mantra and feel its meaning, the all-pervasive Satchidananda Brahman is the meaning of my mantra, and feeling that everything in this world is only participating with that Brahman, that concept comes, then you enjoy it in such a way that you forget of talking about anything. That's why Ramakrishna gave the example, suppose the bees are all running around, no? For what purpose? Finding honey. So when they try this flower, that flower, and when they actually find some honey there, so sit on that. Still fluttering of the wings are going on. And then when it starts sucking the honey, what will happen? Gradually fluttering reduces, no? And then when it really gets absorbed, you see, there is no fluttering. Arthamatru nirvasa. Only he is enjoying the bliss of that mantra. We are sucking the honey, Satchidananda honey, and forget everything. That's why I call it is a state of attainment, which is called Arthamatru. There only the meaning remains by repeating the mantra. So I have elaborated enough. Our time is getting to close. So what is the main point we discussed today? Mantra Shakti. Mantra has the power. It has the power to redeem. But mantra is to be chanted with all devotion, continuously, with love and affection, as if it is your breath. Someone, Upanishad says, Vivek Chudamani says, Diptu Sira Jalarasi Mivo. If someone puts an iron burning charcoal on your head, and you say, you have to carry it up to that far, what will you do? Will you look at the right side, how the beautiful this tree, how the beautiful flower, or how this girl is coming, how this man is going? Will you look at, or you will just run and just throw away from your head this fire? No? So when one comes like that, then that type of person will be putting their whole attention in God and repeating the name, holy name. It is coming and it has a potential power. When Guru gives us, it is saturated with some power inside. It is impregnated into it. And then when you practice with love and devotion, it will unfold its spiritual meaning. And that the truth which is Satchidananda, Ananda will come. And power of name is much more than God himself. There is a story that one gentleman went to Vibhishana after Ravana was killed. So one man, he wanted to come to cross the ocean. So he wrote in a paper, simple name, Rama, and told that just tie on your cloth and believe with this power of this name, you will be able to go walk over the ocean. And he was, yes, it happened. The power of the name, Rama's name, is so powerful. The man started walking on the ocean and he's not getting drowned. And in the middle he went, he said, what is this simple something gave in my tie? Let me check, what is that? And he saw, it is only name is Rama. Rama. But what is this? And threw away. As soon as he threw away, he got sunk. So question is that Rama's name is more powerful than Rama, because by Rama's name, Hanumanji gave a jump and crossed the ocean. But Rama could not do that. He has to make a bridge. That's why it is called power of God's name is much powerful than God himself. That is the belief. Therefore, mantra Shakti, it is to be generated. Mantra Shakti is there. We have to, just as the fire. Fire is in the wood. But here is the wood. But there is no fire. But fire is potential here. If you want to bring out the fire, then olden age, 2 pieces of wood should be rub, and heat generated into it, and it flames. No? So it is here. So mantra has the potential power of releasing us from our ignorance, our bondage, our suffering, and to give us eternal life. What happens after this mantra japa? I will end with that. When Guru gives the mantra, Viveka Chudamani ends with that, and he had the vision, had the experience of Brahman. And when the experience of Brahman, then the student who is seeking for truth was drowned in ignorance, was crying and weeping, seeing the life's tragedies and sufferings, no? He said, Buddhi vinasta golita pravitti. My mind has vanished. Buddhi vinasta. Buddhi vinasta, and all its activities have melted. How? Brahmatmanor ekataya udhigatya. Brahman and Atman, me and Brahman, ekataya, oneness. Understanding the oneness of these two. Idam na jane, I do not know what is this universe, not this, neither I know. Jane, anidam na jane, I do not know anything other than that. Kingba, kyadba, sukhamastar param. I do not know, nor this is by realizing this identity of the self and Brahman. I do not know either this or not that, nor what or how much the boundless bliss of samadhi or ocean is. Vacha nabaktum asaktameva manasa mantum navasakyate swanandamrita puryo purito parabrahma ambudair vaibhavam. The majesty of the ocean of the supreme bliss, replete with the swell and the nectar-like bliss of the self, is verily impossible to express in speech. I experience that joy now. No? I cannot express it in speech. Nor can I be conceived in the mind, in an infinitesimal fraction of which my mind melted like a hailstone, getting immersed into the ocean, and is now satisfied with the essence of bliss. I am now fully satisfied. I am not wanting anything. And he says, Gatam, this world which was so much real to me, why did it vanish? Where is the universe gone? By whom is this removed? Who has taken away my world vision of diversity and multiplicity? Where it has got merged. It was just now seen by me. Before attaining this knowledge, I was seeing this diverse universe. And this moment, it has totally vanished. It has ceased, and it is a deity. Drishtam nastiki, I cannot see anything. What is this? It is what's the most strange thing. This world has vanished for me. I cannot see duality. I cannot see many. I see only one, and that is the absolute Satchidananda self. So I have nothing to give up. The ocean of Brahman filled with the nectar of joy, absolute bliss. What can I be shunned? And what can be accepted? What is other than and what is different? There is nothing. It is all homogeneous, one entity. There is no two, there is no many. There is neither me, neither the world. I am floating in the bliss of Ananda, the joy. That is the conclusion. So this is the goal of life. So again, coming back to reach this goal, we need these three things: Guru, Ishta, Mantra. Guru, a teacher who will tell me all these things. This traditional book is written, that will not do. It should come from tradition, as I said. Teacher to teacher, teacher to teacher. They should experience. They should hand over this experience to the next, and to the next, next to the next, next to the next. And then mantra should be received from that. And mantra is to be practiced then with all sincerity, with all one-pointedness and love. And then this will unfold all the darkness or the gap, this cloud of ignorance which is barring us from our real self, and this present self will be automatically wiped out. And when the cloud will be totally gone, see, the sun is coming now. Sun was there in the sky so from morning till now. But I am saying, oh, sun is coming out. Sun is coming out means does not mean sun was not there. The cloud will go away and sun will come up. For God realization, we don't need to do anything. All this Guru, Ishta, Mantra and all this sadhana is necessary to wipe out the cloud. The ignorance which has covered me, which is binding me, not allowing me to see the reality in my own self, no? And in the whole universe. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu. Okay.
Thank you, Maharaj. Now we're going to have a question and answer session. Please take the mic and just state your name and then just ask the question. briefly. And also we have questions on Zoom, so if we have any questions on Zoom, please let me know. If anyone wants to speak. I would say your name. Swami. My name is Swami. I have got two questions based on the studies talk and today's talk. So in yogic, the samadhi, dharana samadhi, and on mantra japa, you mentioned yesterday that you can attain the samadhi. And if one does the Vedanta, Nidhyasana, just like taking the samadhi, those three are the same samadhi, it is meaning or it is a different way of attaining.
Ultimate experience when it will come, that the mind will dissolve. Buddhi will dissolve. Buddhi vinashta. When the buddhi through which we cogitate, understand, that will be dissolved. There is no mind. There is no buddhi. So ultimate experience is that which is beyond mind, buddhi, etc. So in that state, everyone is same. You call it Nirvikalpa Samadhi, you call it Vedantic idea or a yogic way. Yogic way, we start with duality. Yogic way, I know I am meditating. Here is my object of meditation, Ishtam. And with the mind, with the mantra, I am connecting with them. So three things are here. Dhyano, Dhyo, Dhata. Jnano, Jneo, Jnata. I am the knower. I am trying to know the object of Brahman and through the instrument of my mind. That's also Sravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. That is their process. But whatever path we take, if we talk about the climax point, that is same. That's why Sri Ramakrishna said Vedanta is not that Vedanta will take us to one end and Jnana will take it to another end. Bhakti will take it to another, or yoga will take. But our starting point is different. First of all, Vedanta at the outset said it is not there. It is ignorance. So it is not that what I see. I am seeing this world. It is non-existing like a snake on the rope. It has no validity. So that is the process of their sadhana. And when this discrimination is done by mind, this discrimination is necessary because I am drowned into ignorance and I see duality. But by this process, when this conviction will come, that this appearance, because it's in waking time, it is with me. Dream times it goes away. And when dream comes, this world goes away. When I go to sleep, that time this dream world and this world all vanish. For my experience, we are concerned about subjective experience. Don't go to the objective. I may be sleeping, but you may be awake. You will see the world. Don't bring that analysis. It is subjective. Experience is subjective. So for me, if it is not all the time, I cannot say it is true. So Vedantic analysis is that. Bhakta will say, oh, why? It is not God. Vedanta will say the same thing. But Shankara says, Slokar Dheno Prabhakshami Jaduktam Grantha Kotivi Brahma Satyam Jagad Mithya Jiva Brahma Eva Napara. So, Brahma Satyam, Brahman is truth. Brahma Satyam Jagat, this world you see, Mithya. It is unreal. Why? It is changing. What is the definition of reality? Reality is that which does not change, is it not? If it changes, it is not reality. You tell me one thing and you tell me something tomorrow. So that is not real then. Which is real? So this unreal. Brahma Satyam Jagad Mithya. And what are we? Jiva. No, we are nothing other than Brahman. See, and Bhakta will say, oh, look at the world. It is God's world. God has become like this. God has become everything. So we can think that way, that it is the going that way, seeing God everywhere. But seeing God everywhere is difficult at the beginning. Vedanta says it's difficult. I annihilate all these things and go to reach that Brahman and come back and see the world as God. And Vedanta, Bhakti will say, no, no, it is God. God is in my wife. God is in my husband. God is in my friend. And I am serving God, thinking of God in all my actions. So that is the another process. So process are different. The goal, ultimately, experience will be the same.
Swamiji, my second question is based on today. The Digga Pranava Charana Om in the silence followed by Om. So based on my understanding, the silence that followed by Om is also can be a way of meditating or following that. But I don't understand exactly what does that mean.
We need not have to do where we are, where we are, we can think from that level. At this point, Om, as I understand, let me expand the concept of God to the east, west, north, south, go as much as you go, and try to think that is your Brahmana. You cannot go beyond that. And go on thinking every time, then that expansion will happen. And silence is a long back to go, long far way to go. Because all more, finish them, then will come the silence. So we have to deal with the awe, the visible universe. You can play in the visible universe, you'll be lost. All the big astronauts, as those who are students of astronomy, they get a glimpse of Vedanta. The physical universe itself is so big, you cannot, our mind cannot grab it. So that's why we should start where we are and let it go on, and God's grace, mind will, insight, it will reveal.
Anyone else have a question?
He has always question.
Anyone else?
Good.
Please.
Hey, Namaste, Swami. I was wondering when doing the mantra japa, should you, in beginning stages, should you have the ideal?
Slowly.
In beginning stages, should you have the ideal you had as an asana, or should you contemplate on doing in the beginning stages of mantra japa?
What did he say?
Speak slowly into the microphone.
Slowly.
In the
And
beginning
closer to the mic.
yeah. In the beginning stages of mantra japa, should you keep the ideal in your head, like a picture of it in your head as an asana, or should you contemplate on the meaning as you're doing the mantra?
At the beginning of mantra japa, should your mantra what?
Keep the image of
Image. Yeah. Yes, that is true. We should, because as I said, any sound you utter, there is a corresponding object. So your mantra has an object. First object is your Ishta Devata. Second object, who is Ishta Devata, may be little subtle. And that subtle is Brahman. So first we start with the form, because we live in form. I can connect with a form. And if some people may not be comfortable, they can go to the next. Other can go to the first beginning one. But you have to think of something. Think of something, whatever we think that is has a form for us at this stage, unless we are very advanced.
My second question is the point of studying the scriptures then to understand the meaning of the mantra?
Yeah, all explain this. This entire book is explaining what is your mantra mean. Aham Brahmasmi. What is the mantra? Brahma is what? Aham is what? Or in any scripture you follow, they are all trying to help us to understand the real goal of life, and that is expressed through the mantra.
Thank you.
Glenn, did you?
It's really different. It is really different from the topic we are discussing. But can you comment on, self-surrender and self-effort?
Oh.
They both look different, when you look at it, but, they both are same. So can you please comment on it?
Yeah, self-surrender and self-effort. Yeah, self-effort means, we have some personal uh, ability to select, I shall do or don't do. Suppose you are driving the car, you have the decision, you can make a decision. I will drive in the fastest lane or the slower lane or in the middle lane. No. So to reach this goal, I will take this exit, this is jam, I will go this way. So we have certain ability. But it is Ramakrishna's example. The cowherd boy have put the cow in a pen with the tying the rope. But he has given a rope. So God has given all of us a little rope. Within that I can do, don't do, go, don't go, have, not have. It is not my power actually, but God has given. I should exercise that, and people exercise automatically. Everyone exercises their own will, and that will is given a sanction by God Himself. Like in a government officer in a big office, the CEO gives the authority to another officer that you spend up to 50,000. Don't come to me. You are allowed to spend that money. So that is given by God. The power given from the CEO, and when he is exercising, it appears it is his power. So this God's power is acting as our ego, and we should best use of the power given to us. It's God's power, God's will, and everything is. Ramakrishna said, even the leaf is moving without the will of the leaf. Leaf cannot move without the will of God. So in that sense, everything is controlled. Because Vedanta also, you see, when Ishvara comes, the formula you can remember, absolute God is Satchidananda Brahman. Added with Maya, when it takes the Maya Shakti and become Ishvara. Ishvara creates this universe. So everything is controlled from there. Even Ramakrishna said, when the ant, you put an anklet in the leg of the ant, and God can listen to this tingling of the noise of the ant's leg. That means He knows everything. That's why it's called omniscient. That's why it's called omnipotent, omniscient. God knows everything. God's power is given to us to utilize that. And like the three sons of the story in the Bible, the father has given same money to three of his children, and after 1 year inquired, what did you do? One son said, I have spent that money with my so many friends and this and that. Oh, acha. Then second son said, I have kept your money, I didn't spend anything, it is in the safe vault. And the third said, I utilize your money and make it double. Then Father will give to whom? More strength, more power is given to him. So we should exhaust our energy in sadhana, meditation, prayer, making the right choice, but it is all God's power.
Swami, I have a question that say mantra and power, you are saying God power. So when I'm reciting mantra, I may recite internally without speaking out. So is that the same effect if I vocally?
Mantra normally should not be vocally expressed outside. It should be mentally. Because it is sacred and secret. That's why it should not be pronounced in front of others or no one can hear. And yes, but you have to first start mantra repeating very distinctly in your mind, as if you think, all the mantra parts so that properly I am pronounced. And otherwise, in rapid movement, you may pronunciation may be wrong. So to correct pronunciation is good. Yes.
Sorry to interrupt. You talked about everything happens because of the will of God. If that's the case, are we praying so our mind is stabilized and we are concentrating on the will of God? Or so where does prayer come into this?
Prayer comes to feel that power. That is, it is your power working. I do not know. God's power is working everywhere, but I do not know. To know that prayer and meditation and selfless work, service to others, thinking of God day and night, all are helping me to understand that God is doing everything. I am nobody. I am an instrument. The Swami is there now. Ami jantro, tumi jantri, ami ghar, tumi gharoni, ami rath, tumi roti, যেমন চালাও তেমনি চলি. The song says, যেমন চালাও, O Lord, as you drive, I drive. Ami rath, I am the chariot. You are the charioteer. I am the Ami ghar, I am the house. You are the householder. You are the housekeeper. You are your house. I am the house only. That means it is a machine only. Kathopanishad says, giving the example of a chariot. But who is sitting in the chariot? Atma. This is a dead body, no? Dead body and this body. Something is here now. That's why it is talking. Something will go out there. Boom. This will be a dead body. So it is all controlled by that. But I think it is I am doing. This is my ignorance. And that to wipe out that ignorance, yoga path, bhakti path, dhyana path, karma path, all will purify to understand it is God's play going on.
So if God is so powerful, then why will so much suffering in this whole world?
Right?
So if God is so powerful and everything is controlled by God, so then why we see suffering?
Oh, suffering. That's a lila. That's the explanation is we cannot say why, but it is a lila. Lila example is very easy but difficult to understand. Suppose you are working in your office, worked hard whole week, and then we got one weekend free, but you plan to go to skiing in Lake Tahoe, and you go and going there driving whole week working, body should have rested, but you plan to go for fun. And you drive and you go to plane and then go there and rent a car and with all these things and start skiing and fall down and break your arm. Why did you go there? That's why it's called Leela, it is fun. 10 people started to think that we'll make a movie or theater. All are friends. But in theatrical performance, one is a friend, another is an enemy, another is a kid. Why all this? This is not fun. That's why from God's side it is fun. From our side it is suffering. Our side is why? Because I am not putting God's wish in me. I'm thinking I am doing. It's not I am doing. In the movie, no one does anything. No actor or actress have freedom to do anything. The script is there. They have to memorize the script and they say the same word. And you have to show the same pose. The killing pose is killing pose. You cannot show love there. So this is all pre-planned. As in a movie, screenwriter wrote some screen and then that has been given to the producer. Producer wanted to do this. Director is directing them to act this role, that, and they are perfecting. That your killing is not perfect. Do this way. That should be the right way of killing. No? So that is all going on in that called the Leela. But we cannot explain it. Better Vedantic explanation, we cannot talk about that because In the dream you saw last night that tiger was chasing you. Why the tiger came from where and why the tiger is chasing you? You try to find out the meaning of that time, you will not find any meaning. You will not find any solution. Wake up, then you say, oh, it was a dream. It was my mental creation.
So do we have any say in our life?
Of course, a little rope has been given to us. God has given you the judgment, right and wrong. Do this and that. That's selection. I can take spicy food. I can take McDonald's food. I can take healthy food. The both are choice. And I first don't listen that unhealthy food is bad, we should not take. And we make our body little suffer. And doctor says, no, no, no more, no more, no more, no more. Then we eat because it tastes good. And then ultimately we learn, no, 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 not this. Do the healthy one. So this is the learning process. As in the process of play, it is a play. We have a role. We have a role. So long we have an ego. I eat, I sleep, I go. So I have a responsibility. My life, I'm responsible for my life. I'm responsible to find my peace inside. And I am responsible to help others. By helping them, I help myself. That's why Swami Vivekananda emphasized so much unselfishness. Unselfishness is God. Why? You think not of yourself, you think of others. That means you are forgetting yourself. The small I, it is this one, forgetting them. Why we appreciate our motherly love? I said the greatest, best love is our mother's love. Why? Ideal mothers, no? So mothers serve the child day and night. They don't care for themselves. So that is the unselfish love. By that unselfish love is expanding herself to the child. So that way we increase our identity outside our relationship. So we have responsibility. If we don't do it now, we'll do another 10 years afterwards, 20 years afterwards. So not this life, another life. Hindus have wonderful scope. Not one life. All planning should not be finished in one life. If you don't do it this life, you have opportunity next life. But better to do it when you feel the urgency. That's why it is called that. That's why Tyaga, renunciation comes after bhoga, enjoyment. Because immediate sensitive experiences gives us joy. No? This is transcendental experience, it also gives joy, much better joy. But I am happy with the immediate, why shall I go to the transcendental? And also people may, is there anything, Charvak philosophy will say, is there anything after death? And what is available, enjoy. Don't miss this, and then you will miss the other side also. That is materialistic philosophy. Nothing wrong. Everyone will have to go to some experience and to understand what gives